Hello family, today we will be making the most awaited video wherein we start reviewing our initial 10 days of the fitness journey. So like everybody out there, this journey was not that easy for me because I was trying to cope up with my daily life and at the same time was trying to inculcate something new into my routine. So whenever there is a change in routine, obviously there is a hindrance in what the process is going on at the time. And that is something I was trying to cope up with. And since I was having my job and my daily routine and other work at the same time, addition of gym into this routine was actually consuming a lot of amount of time, because now it was not only workout but there was also a portion of me eating clean and hence preparing clean food. I mean. So while I give you an overview of how this initial 10 days went, I will also try to prepare my dinner, that is salad, so that I don't potentially waste any time in making the video. So how were these days? I would say these were challenging days. The initial 2 days, I was obviously very motivated and very enthusiastic about going to the gym, following this new routine, following this new diet and everything enthusiastically. But as and when these days started passing on, your motivation starts to really fade down. The reason is your body starts aching. Your body is not ready to accept the new and clean food, especially your taste buds. And hence you start questioning each and every doubt which you have in your mind, that whether you should really take this kind of challenge, whether you should really do these kind of things to prepare yourself or to maintain yourself physically. Because you must have heard from many people that you live only to eat. But how long will you live and how the way you will live is something which only a process can define. And setting up a new process obviously requires a lot of discipline. And this discipline will come only and only when you are persistent. So what I used to do is, whenever I used to get these kind of feelings within me, I used to always think of why I started. And while I was on it, there are many people who used to keep motivating me, like my colleagues, my friends, my families. So initially when I started, I weighed almost 95 kgs. Right now you can see some viable and physical differences in my body, obviously, because now I weigh around 92.5 kgs. At the same time, my body fat has gone down. My muscle mass has gone up. My strength has increased. The overall energy which I have throughout the day has increased a lot. That really means that I have been doing something right during this process. So apart from these 3-4 things, one good thing which obviously played a very vital role during my initial days and my transformation is that my muscle memory was always great. I hadn't been an obese person since day one. So the results which I am getting might vary from other people. Someone who will be starting this journey now would obviously get these results very slow. Plus, since I am male, the amount of testosterone our body produces is very high in comparison to females. That is, then the fat loss, muscle gain is something which becomes easy for a male body than a female body. So don't expect similar kind of results. You can get better or you can get slightly lesser or even bad results for you in your initial days. But trust me, if you keep following the process, if you keep following what you are doing and be a very disciplined guy, you will obviously reach where you want to reach in terms of your health and physical goals. Yeah, so one more added advantage which I had was that I already knew what kind of exercise I needed to do. what kind of forms are necessary for doing those exercises, what kind of precautions I needed to do these exercises. But someone who will be going there for first time, or who will be starting after like a break of many years, for him I would suggest first Google or YouTube exercises and forms as to what they need to do. See, every body is different, every body type is different, and you need to find exercises and a rhythm which will suit you. Certainly what I am doing or what I am following might not suit you, and hence that is the only reason I avoided making longer workout videos, because people then start following it. What is helping me might not help you. Actually, it might also give you injuries which you don't want in your current state of life. So better think about your body first. If you think you are delicate, if you think you are someone who will require more amount of time in terms of recovery, do your exercises that way, and not how I am doing, or not how any other influencer or any other person asking you to do. Also, then there might come people who will say, we don't have time, or I don't have enough time to go to gym, I don't have enough time to do things for myself for hours. I will just ask them one simple question. You get one life to live, and if a particular hour is going to help you increase that life and the quality of your life, that's worth doing it. If not gym, start with yoga, start with some kind of body weight exercises, start with some kind of stretches which you used to do during your PT classes in school or in colleges. Start with those. If even not that, come on, jog for 15 minutes at least. So what I used to do when I used to feel demotivated is that I used to meditate a lot. I used to think why I'm feeling like this, why did I start, what kind of benefit I am going to get, and these things. So it obviously helped me a lot. And I'm not saying that meditation will help you the same way, because initially when I started meditating, my thoughts always used to go haywire. I never used to meditate actually, but used to start thinking about other things. And this is something which I feel is common among every individual who meditates in the initial stage. Because the lack of focus is something which will always remain, and there is nothing bad to it. It is okay, you keep doing your meditation, and after a point of time, you will succeed in it. So one more question which I always wanted to address is that, how do you really start the whole transformation? So what I wanted to do initially was to do a transformation which is not only healthy in terms of my physical body but also mentally. Because at the end, I need to grow in my career. I need to be a better person professionally as well. And that is something which will come only if I learn new skill sets and increase my knowledge. So a simple solution to that is that I intentionally then started doing multiple things at a time initially. So my first 10 days goal was very clear. I had to be consistent, I had to hit the gym daily, I had to eat clean daily. Like, I did cheat a bit in terms of diet in between, but 90% of the time I was on point, and that was my initial goal. Because consistency is something which I had to bring in me now. Discipline is something which I had to bring in me right now. And that will be again my suggestion to other people also. That in the initial days, don't think that you need to eat clean daily, you need to have same kind of energy in the gym daily, you need to do things similar way daily, but be consistent in the initial days at least. I didn't take a rest day as such, only because I knew if I take a rest day and if I try to pamper myself with rest because my body is aching, because I didn't get enough time for myself and thinking all those things, then obviously the next day you're not going to go to gym. Trust me. This is how many people who are sitting on the couch right now must have taken gym memberships, and after a few days they would have stopped going to gym. like after initial 4-5 days, because this is the only reason. You tend to do everything hastily, and then you take a small break, and that break continues for a long time. Don't do that. And hence, while I was trying to discipline my body during these 10 days, I didn't think of doing anything which will help me increase my knowledge. But now, since I'm quite habituated to this routine and I kind of like it, so now it's time to game up for me, wherein we'll start focusing more on knowledge as well. Things which will help you grow in your career, things which will help you save time during work, things which will help you gain more skill set professionally, gain more skills professionally. So, I being a part of an advertising industry, I work in an advertising agency by the way. So, I being a part of the advertising industry, for me it is very important to be aware about what is happening in the world, how digitally we are advancing, what kind of new campaigns are going on in the market, what kind of ads are being run in the market, and how am I supposed to create something new if I don't know what is happening in the market. So right now what I am going to do is I am going to start learning new things, at the same time be aware about what is happening, and that too without disturbing the currently formed discipline routine which I have right now. So this is pretty much about the first 10 days, which was all about discipline, and so this is pretty much about the first 10 days, which was all about discipline and seeing the initial results. See, again I am saying, don't work for results, you follow the process and the result will come to you. I know it is kind of a cliche dialogue, which you might have heard in many movies, but this is the truth. You don't become what you want to become by just thinking and reading, but actually also taking steps. Because the knowledge is waste if it is only going to remain in your head and you are not able to utilize it. So start focusing more on yourself. Okay? And this is the perfect time for you to start following these tips for your New Year resolutions. Now since New Year are coming, it is very important that you take up this challenge and prepare yourself for the summers. Get that summer body in line. Again, your increments are coming. Don't forget about that. Prepare yourself and your skill set in a right and apt way that the company would never think of giving you a low increment. Start changing yourself. You have to be the change you want. So this is it. And I pretty much have my salad also ready, except for the lettuce. I will also cut this lettuce and give you a break also from my boring speech. But stay healthy, stay fit, stay motivated, and let's make these 90 days a journey which will help you change your life forever. Obviously both physically and professionally, because mental fitness and physical fitness have equal importance in life. So there is a small theory which I would like to share with you right now. This theory is not made by me, but this is something which I have liked a lot. This was initially quoted by Mr. Anuj Puri from Analog. So during a school college session, he once said that you always have 3 balls in your life. 2 of these balls are rubber balls and 1 of these balls is a crystal ball. Now the first rubber ball are your friends and families. You bounce it, it will come back to you. You treat your friends and family the way you want, the way and in any way you go and talk to them properly, since these guys love you a lot, they will come back to you. The second rubber ball is of knowledge. You throw it, it is going to come back to you because you actually can't lose any knowledge. You are only going to expand your knowledge by talking to others, reading about other experiences, and so on. So, knowledge is never going to be wasted. But the third ball the crystal ball is your health. You throw it once, it is gone. It will shatter, and for lifelong, you won't be a capable person. Then all the hard work you have done throughout your years, your parents would have put in, your family would have supported you, your friends would have supported you. All those hard work, everything will go in vain. Only because you didn't take care of your health properly. See, don't be a guy who has a thinking of, I will earn and die rich in a rich hospital. Rather, be a person who will say, yeah, I have lived a better and a good quality life, and I'm happy about it now. So this is what it is, and my salad is also ready, my dinner is ready. I will add some salts and some kind of special seasoning in it, and have my dinner. Till then, you enjoy your holidays, get packed up for the new year, have your new year resolution, and use this tip of doing one thing at a time, taking baby steps initially and then increasing your goal to stay motivated and focused towards your goal. And then I think this year you might be able to just be consistent on your New Year resolution. Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, have great holidays. Thank you.
And yes, if you've come here by looking at the thumbnail and trying to discover what kind of pill helped me lose like 2.5 kgs in just 10 days, then buddy, it is a bad news for you. No pill can help you sustain that kind of results. So yeah, if you want to still lose such kind of weight and want to stay healthy, do subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram, stay healthy. Also, I have written all of my daily diet and workout and kind of a tentative routine in the description box. Also, what kind of things I'm going to do next in terms of upgrading my brain in the description box. Also, you can follow my daily vlogs and you will come to know eventually. Sorry, need to work on English as well. Thanks. See ya.